myself. My name is Joshua Gudaro, and I had a score of 343 in my UTME score. Now, that time, this is the goalpost that you want to achieve. And let's say you are somewhere around here now, right? You are somewhere around here. Now, how will you move from here to this goalpost? I want you to know that success is not something that you just get in once, like I said. It takes a deliberate effort. You know, that day that you just finish class and you're tired, but you're determined to maybe read an extra 30 minutes, an extra 1 hour, then you practice past questions, you practice on this with your friends, you are tired, but you don't give up, you continue. The day that you are feeling tired, but you still try to do something, you are feeling sick, but you still try to do something. Those days, over a period of time, over 3 months, 6 months, that is what gives you the success you're looking for. So it's not just a straight line, it is a series of things that you do. That's what people don't know. That's what I want to understand. I'm happy to be here, and I welcome everybody to the New Breed UTME orientation for 2026. It is your turn now, to do the exam, and it is very essential for you to know some things as we want to begin the lessons or the lecture for this year's UTME. So I want you to pay that attention. We'll not spend too much time, but I believe this is something that will help you, and this is something that you should keep at the back of your mind as you begin the lesson, right? So once again, I welcome you to the New Breed UTME orientation for 2026, which is titled Crushing the UTME, your blueprint for scoring 360 plus. Now, why did we say 360 plus? Usually for previous years, we will say 300 plus. We are looking for students that can get 300 plus, but we found out that that has become the biggest minimum now, and we have to shift our goalposts. We have to shift our mentality, right? 300 is just bare minimum now. Why can't we go for that? And that's why this year we are setting a target of 360 for our students, and it is achievable, and that is what we want you to think of. That is what we want you to achieve. That is what we are planning, right? 360 plus for this year's UTME. And I will start by saying that you need to have the right mindset, because excellence itself is not just an act, but it is an habit. It is the mind that you have, that you carry to the exam, that you use to prepare, that you use to, do everything you are doing for this exam. So I want you people to have the right mindset. Don't have the mindset of low scores or inability to do something. No, you have to have the right mindset. You need to know that this is something that I have to do, I have to achieve. During my own time, okay, sorry for not even introducing myself. My name is Joshua Gudaro, and I had a score of 343 in my UTME score that time, and it was mainly because of the push I had, the mindset I had. I had this mindset that I wanted to pass the last person that got the highest JAMB set, the highest JAMB score in my school. The person had a score of 333, and I determined to have more than that. So that gave me the right mindset. That gave me the motivation to say, okay, I want to score more than this person. So I determined in my mind to score 343, to score more than that actually, and I got 343. Quite amazing, right? But if I didn't have the mindset, I'd have always settled for something like maybe 300 plus or 280, and I'd be fine with it. So I want all of you at this moment to have the right mindset. Please don't go into the exam or don't do this without having the right mindset. Let your mind be attuned to the fact that you have to be excellent. You have to give it your all. This is the time you have to put in your all. You're not doing this another time again, right? So you need to have that mindset for you to even do what you want to do. And I'll be moving on to the next thing, which is this quote. I love this quote so much. It says that success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. This is one key thing. If you don't learn any other thing from this orientation, I want you to get this, right? Because everybody can say they want to get 300 plus, but not everybody gets it eventually. Why? Because not everybody puts in the work. Success is not just something you just get at once or something that you just spring up. No, it has to be a deliberate effort. Now, let's say we have a goalpost, right? Let's say we have a goalpost. Let me try to draw something here for you guys. Right now, let's say I have this now. This is the goalpost that you want to achieve. And let's say you are somewhere around here now, right? You are somewhere around here. Now, how will you move from here to this goalpost? I want you to know that success is not something that you just get in once, like I said. It takes a deliberate effort. That day that you just finish class and you're tired, but you're determined to maybe read an extra 30 minutes, an extra 1 hour, then you practice past questions, you practice some things with your friends, you are tired, but you don't give up, you continue. The day that you are feeling tired, but you still try to do something, you are feeling sick, but you still try to do something. Those days, over a period of time, over 3 months, 6 months, that is what gives you the success you're looking for. So it's not just a straight line. It is a series of things that you do. That's what people don't know. That's what I want you to understand. This moment you are in now, from this moment to your JAMB time, you need to put in the deliberate effort every day, being consistent, right? That is what differentiates the people that perform excellent from those that won't perform excellent. Right from now, little by little, day by day, you are building, you are reading, you are doing past questions, you are practicing JAMB questions. This is what accumulates to give you success. When I scored 343, I prepared like someone that wanted to actually score that score. We did a lot of night class, even our school helped us then. We sat down, we did a lot of night class, we had preps. All those things are what accumulated for us to have what we have. Without that, we wouldn't have had anything, right? So that's one thing I want you to know, that success is a sum of small efforts day in, day out. So those little things, they may not amount to anything now, but that is what eventually will give you what you need. That's what will give you the score that you need. That score looks easy, like it looks easy to see, right? It's like saying maybe somebody will withdraw 10 million from the account. He can withdraw it at once, but he has been doing something over and over and over for him to have that amount or that thing that he did. So this history that we are seeing, that we say we want you to get, is not a magic score, but it is for those that are prepared. It is for those that are prepared. And how prepared are you? How are you going to grind for this thing? You have to be ruthless in your preparation. You have to be aggressive in your preparation. You have to, like I said, have the right mindset and have the right habit. Don't be distracted. Some of you will spend hours on social media. This is not the time to spend hours on social media. You could just go off everything now. Focus solely on what you get. Focus solely for the next 5, 6, 7 months. Focus solely on getting the best out of UTME. Now, of course, you have to know your battlefield. You have to know what you're going for. You can't say you want to study for UTME and you don't even know what you are signing up for, right? So this is just a breakdown of what you need to know. 180 questions for 2 hours, right? And you have 60 questions for English, 40 for the rest subjects. These are general knowledge things that you should know, right? And you need to know the mode of JAMB setting question. And that will come by the time you practice a lot of questions. You begin to see patterns yourself. You begin to see how things have been done. That's how you can now know your battlefield, right? No soldier goes to the war without studying his enemy very well. So in this case, you have to study JAMB. What does JAMB require from me? What do I need to do? Right? You begin to see some things that an ordinary person will not see because you are studying more. You are getting to know the battlefield more. Right? So let's say you are now practicing 180 questions and it's taking you 3 hours. Then you know that, I have a lot to do. There is still danger ahead of me because I can't even finish 180 questions within 2 hours. That means you are being conscious of the fact that, okay, I'm not yet ready and I have to be ready, right? So you have to know your battlefield and you have to tackle, you have to use the right approach to get what you want. And I have 3 strategies there that I want to give to anybody that, I feel is a very, very important thing that you should know. Number 1 is that you must master your syllabus, right? It's very important for you to master your syllabus, right? You can't just go without even knowing what you're required. You need to master your syllabus, all the topics you need to master in each subject. Make sure you know them very well. And practice past questions, right? Yes, practice past questions. There's no way you want to be excellent at a particular exam without first studying the exam. So practice a lot of past questions, year in, year out, do it every day. You may even give yourself a task of practicing past questions maybe once every day. You are practicing one particular past question every day to your exam. It will help you a lot. You will come across, imagine you seeing about, let's say on physics alone, you've practiced about 1,000 questions on physics. Even though eventually on the day, you are going to just be tested with 40, right? 40 questions. But you've practiced 1,000 questions before the exam. How won't you have seen a lot of patterns, a lot of questions that might have come out? Even if you don't see the exact question, you will see something similar. That's why you don't joke with past questions, right? Don't joke with past questions. And the third thing I think is very important is your CBT simulation. I was listening to what the higher JAMB scorer for 2025 said, right? The girl got 372, and she was saying how she would practice before time. Now, I want you to know something, that a failure is not somebody that does not, or let me say a successful person is not someone that doesn't do failure, right? Or maybe that doesn't make mistake, but he or she makes mistake before performance is needed. On the exam day, if you make just 10 mistakes, that may be enough to lower your score. But before the exam day, you are allowed to make 1,000 mistakes. Yes, it's allowed. So by the time you do CBT simulation, you practice questions a lot. There's no way you will not know all these mistakes, and you have corrected it before the time, right? So these days we live in a lot of, an abundance of software. Let me say it like that. There's AI that you can use to test yourself. There are many tools you can use. There's My School, there's Tier, there's a lot of all these softwares that you can use to practice and simulate, right? So I have three strategies here. Like I said, number one is master your syllabus. Know your topics very well. Why will you want to do JAMB? Let's say you are choosing maybe, let's say, physics now, and you don't even know maybe waves. Why won't you know waves and you want to do physics in your JAMB? So you have to study your syllabus, you have to practice past questions and simulate the exam. These days it's very easy. You can have softwares that will test you for 2 hours, actual JAMB question, give you for 2 hours. If you are scoring 272 over 400, I tell you there, you cannot get probably more than that in the exam. There's no magic in this thing. But you can consistently rise from, let's say, by the time you start testing yourself, you are getting like maybe 200 there. But by the time you start doing this over and over, you will increase naturally. You will start improving. You will start seeing results. And it takes time. Don't think you need to do something. No, it takes time. It takes time, right? 1.01 raised to power 365 is 37x better than before. That means if you're even getting better by 1% every day, you will have become 37 times more than you were before. That's the power of compound effect, right? So you need to know this and practice day in, day out, and increase until you get to where you're going to, right? And now I've been talking about the chance of success so far. Let me also give you the chance of failure, things that can make you fail. And number one is procrastination. Don't think you have enough time. I have 6 months, I have 3 months. It's very short. Before you know it, the time is here. So don't procrastinate, right? And number two, don't put your mind on any form of exam practice that someone will do it for me somewhere, or there will be exam rules. Those things will just waste your time, right? Focus now, study your books. There are no magic shortcuts to this thing. Work very well, right? Work very well. People that wants to circumvent, so they end up, being, even if they are being successful, right? They are not proud of the results, right? And most times UTM might even ban some results because of that. So we ignore all these exam rules, right? And number three is that pay attention to your weak subjects. For me, I was weak in English and I practice English more. Even despite that, I still got lower score in English. Now imagine I did not practice beforehand. That have probably limited me a lot. So know your weak areas, right? And when it comes to the exam day, don't be anxious, right? If you are prepared very well, you will not be anxious again. Be relaxed. You prepared your best, right? So don't be anxious during the exam day, right? So I just have a tip for the exam day, because I purposely put this slide there because many people might practice a lot only to flop on the exam day. Why? Because they did not take into some maybe little things that can affect. Number one is that make sure you rest before the exam day. Don't go and be doing overnight the day to your exam, right? Most people do the right thing at the wrong time. Why will you be reading overnight when it's just some hours to your exam? And that way your brain cannot even function well, and you already overstressed your body. No, Don't do that. The time to a day to your exam is going to rest, eat well, sleep well, and just probably do light reading or practice. That's all you need, right? And number two is arrive ready. If it needs you to get to your exam venue or your exam town a day before, do that to avoid any form of rushing that will not destabilize you, right? And when you get to your exam, of course, I've been practicing CBT before then, Abby, so you will have known how to execute very, very well. So I don't want it to be long. On a final note, I want you to know that people that are getting 360, they are not so much different from you. It's just level of preparation, right? And you have what it takes to do this. The UTME, the new breed UTME tutorial is there to support you and to help you, and we will always do that, right? We will always do that. So make sure you you prepare. You have what it takes. The tutorial is there to help you. There are a lot of resources out there to help you. So you have what it takes to do this, right? And I wish you best of luck in your UTM 2026. We will definitely be coming back now, later in 6, 7 months to come and celebrate you having a score of 360 plus, right? Yeah, bye for now.